Hey, and welcome back to Abandoned Oz. Bit of a different video today, about 16,000 kilometers away from home. I'm currently on Roosevelt Island in New York. The skyline you're seeing now is the skyline of Manhattan, and to the left here is the part of the skyline of Long Island City in New York. Now, the purpose of this video is to have a look at the remains of an old smallpox hospital, which has become a bit of an attraction here on Roosevelt Island. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for a walk up to the hospital, and there should be a few information plaques so we can learn a bit more about the place, but I thought I'd just add this to the channel for something different. So the hospital's just up ahead, another minute or minute and a half walk. And just stop along the way and admire the squirrels. Something we don't have in Australia, so I was sort of, fascinated by them. So you got the Smallpox hospital just up here where this fence is. Don't these things chase you? I don't know if they chase you. Oh, they got babies they're going to chase. Okay, cool. I remember in Los Angeles last year, I was at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, and there was this beautiful bird there. And I was just like, oh, it's cute. So I just walked up to get a photo, walked a little bit closer, and the thing chased me. So we've got the hospital here, and there is also a bit of information. Sun's in a bad spot, but we can go over the other side of it. I love how nature's taken over, all the ivy. Got some trees growing inside the hospital too. Just zoom in a bit here. Alright. This is the photo of the hospital when it was still in operation. There's some information about it. Okay, so the building. The Smallpox Hospital is a Gothic revival structure designed by renowned American architect James Renwick Jr., which opened to the public on December 18, 1856. It was the first hospital in the country dedicated to treating smallpox, a highly contagious and deadly viral disease. About the architect, James Renwick Jr. was a prolific architect whose first commission at the age of 23 was Grace Church in New York City. He went on to complete St. Patrick's Cathedral, which is actually a beautiful building, on Manhattan's Fifth Avenue, and the Smithsonian Institution building in Washington, D.C. He was also the supervising architect of the lighthouse located on the northern tip of Roosevelt Island. Importance as a structure. The structure is listed on the National Register of Historic Places and the New York State Register of Historic Places. The ruin is also designated as a New York City landmark by the Landmarks Preservation Commission. So how the hospital went from being a hospital to a ruin. The original footprint of the Smallpox Hospital was the rectangular central bay, which measured roughly 100 feet by 40 feet and was 3 stories in height. The building was constructed of granite quarried on the island and was built by prison labor In 1875, the hospital was renamed Riverside Hospital, and in 1866, the building was converted to a nursing school called the Home for Nurses of the Maternity and Charity Hospital Training School. The northern and southern wings were completed by the early 1900s in order to provide additional space for classrooms, laboratories, and dormitories. In the 1950s, the nursing school closed and the building was abandoned. It was stripped of floor planes, stairwells, and windows. The Gothic ruin has been empty ever since. What exists today is largely its shell. And there's some information there at www.theruin.org. And there's also an Instagram page for this building, New York City Ruin. So as you can tell, we're not going in, but we'll have a bit of a detailed look of this building. Definitely would have been a very beautiful building back in its day, for sure. We should be able to loop around the back of the building. But before we do that, we'll just get a bit more. Oh dear, that sun is not good. That's all right. And this here would have been the entrance. And just quickly, there's some information on the island. So if you want to pause the video, have a bit of a read of that, and then resume the video when you're done. And then we'll head around the building a bit more. See if we can get a vantage point from the back where the sun's not so in such a bad spot. But at least we got to see what we have so far. So there's the Smallpox hospital here. So we're on the southern point of the island. Staff only area here. I was trying to get to the other side, but there's some geese with some babies, and they're pretty protective of their babies, which is fair enough. We'll see if we can get around, because we can't access this point here. There's a gate over there which we can get to the other side of. But yeah, it's a pretty interesting building. I like how nature's taken over, and I like that they've kept these ruins and given a bit of history about it all. It's a beautiful island, this, really enjoying it. Okay, made it to the other side. Can't say too much more, but as I said earlier, I saw what we could. So that is all for this video. Hopefully it was an interesting one for you. Thank you for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and we'll catch you very soon. Ciao.